Hello, Flosstube. My name is Anne, and welcome to episode 14 of a Tobyknits Flosstube. If you're new to my channel, welcome. In this channel, I talk about three different things. Mondays is all about knitting, which is hosted by my little Yorkshire Terrier dog, Toby, hence the name Tobyknits. And Wednesdays is all about the cross stitch, and Friday is all about quilting, which is something new I picked up during the start of the pandemic. Cross stitch I have done since I was 17, and that was a long time ago. Originally I am from England, and I came to Canada, which is where I live now, just outside of Ottawa, Ontario, when I was 25. And I still remember getting my very first cross stitch kit, and I wanted to try something, and it was very small, and if I can find it, I know it's in a box somewhere, but it was a little small initial A, and that's what got me stuck on cross stitch. And since then I have done all kinds of stuff, big, small, all kinds. But funny thing, I stopped cross stitching about 20 odd years ago. I'm not sure if it's because my kids were busy into hockey then, and I had two boys, and we were all over the place with hockey or music. One of them was in a band, he was a drummer, and we were going from bar to bar, which is a lot better than rink to rink. So, but I just stopped. And could have been that my eyes were rubbish at that point, because, you know, I was still just the long distance. I wasn't into the whole bifocal thing. But anyway, regardless, I picked it back up again during COVID, and I'm enjoying it immensely now. So what am I working on? I am working on at least 4 things at a time. And I never used to do that, but I've started to do that now. So I allow myself days of the week. Do any of you do this? Do you work on a set project on a certain day? So Mondays, I work on this one. And here it is. And this is actually a Permin kit. Doesn't actually have a name. I find their kits weird in that instance. So I just call it baby sampler because I don't even really know what it is. But this is the kit. This is what it will look like. Isn't it lovely? You can actually also get it in pink and white too. So if you have a little girl, you can do it in the pink and the white. So this will be for my grandson, Leo, who is nearly 4 months old. And I just thought that this was adorable. And it's super cute in that it is 2 strands over the one thread. I think it's a 14 count Aida. So in some places, but the blanket itself is all 1 strand. So it really makes the baby pop out. It makes him look a bit 3D-ish. And so I'm really enjoying this one. And so that is my Monday evening stitch. Wednesdays, I am joining the Wipgo. So I do it on a Wednesday. Wednesday's a Wipgo. What Wipgo is, it's a bingo board that you make up at the beginning of the year, and you put in it various different whips that you would like to finish in the year. Now you can put them in each of the bingo blocks once with any kind of a goal. It might be that you just want to do 4 hours stitching on it, or if it's a sampler, you might want to do a sample thing, like if it's a little bird or a letter, you just do a letter. Or you can put new starts in there if you want. I don't have a tremendous amount of whips, she says. So I put a few things in 4 times just to kind of make it so that I can actually get something finished and not have to wait till this time next year to do it again. And so one of the whips that I have, which is just finished, but I wanted to show you what I did last week, was this one. So this was my Wipgo for the last 2 weeks of March, was this cute little thing, which I picked this up at a like a Salvation Army type store in Halifax when I was out visiting my youngest son. And I got this for $4.99. And it's a stamped cross stitch. I'm not fussy about stamped cross stitch, but it was on a quilt and I thought it was really cute. So just to let you know, let me stand up. That's what I got finished last week. I got his nose done and all up here back stitched and his eye. So it's better now that I can see his little face. I find it really difficult following the crosses here. Like it's I almost wish there wasn't anything here, because anyway, that's I guess how stamped works, but I just find it hard to follow it a little bit. So that is now put away till it gets pulled out again on another number on another day. Which brings me to what is the Wipgo for tonight then, because it's Wednesday. Oh, sorry, I mobbled the table. So tonight's Wipgo is this one again. This will be my Wipgo for the next 2 weeks, 2 Wednesdays, and I will show you where I am up to. So I managed last time, I think, to get all the tree done, the base of the tree done, and the writing, which says, "The love of family shelters like a tree," which I think is gorgeous. So my plan for this one is, I think I am going to, on this Wipgo for the next 2 weeks, I think I'm going to do the borders up here, like finish them off. I started them here, but I'm going to finish the borders and finish the heart and put our surname in. So that will be my plan, I think. And then quite possibly start a bunny, because I feel like it's, you know, Easter. Maybe but I think that's a lot of stitching. So, so I have 2 weeks, 2 Wednesdays to work on that one. So I will show you my progress next week. So then on Fridays, this is what I'm working on. Where is it? Lost it. Can't find it. Oh, yes. Got that much. Oh, here, just on the table in front of me. I am working on Fall on the Farm. And as you know, I had got my original one, which was this one. No, this one. It's going to be one of them days, which was this one. That was the one I had originally got from the Fat Quarter Shop in the States. And then I had asked Taylor's, which is my local quilting store that sometimes carries Needleworks stuff, could they get me the pattern in? Because I'd seen 1 or 2 other Little House needlework patterns, and they said, yeah, they'd try. Anyway, they were having terrible time, and number 2 didn't come in, but number 3 did, which was this one. So I did number 3. And then they were having an awful time getting 4 in. And the way this is working, it's a monthly cross stitch. And it's not a mystery. So here is what it looks like. And what happens with this is each month a new leaflet is released to your local stores or the Fat Quarter Shop if you can't get them at your local store. And so this was number 2 that I was having a struggle to get. So what I wound up doing was I got the boxes ready, and this box here ready to go for when I actually did get it. So I ended up ordering it from the Fat Quarter shop. So I ordered it Tuesday, got it Friday. Because I won't tell you how much the postage was, but there you go. So I got number 2 that I had missed, which I think is gorgeous. I literally think this actual block was the thing that attracted me to this project in the first place. So there are 9 blocks, and each month is a different block, and you can do them as a single pattern like this, or you can do it as it will be one big wall hanging. And I just thought it was lovely. And so I also got number 4 at the same time, which is actually April's to stitch. And because I just loved this one so much, I thought I'm just gonna catch up with this one, and then maybe I'll eventually get this started still in April with a bit of luck. But they're gorgeous. I really love them. And so they're by Little House Needleworks. But I just I don't know what it is about this one, but I just love it. So that has been started, and as you can see, I have got the tree done and a little bit of the flowers at the bottom here. And yeah, I really like that. I think it's coming out lovely. I'm doing it on a 16 count beautiful beige, and I'm using, it calls for Classic Colorworks, but I don't like Classic Colorworks. They're like a hand dyed, and so it moves the color, which I don't really like. So I'm just using DMC. They do give you a conversion for DMC. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, so that is my Friday stitch. Fall on the Farm. Love that one. And then Sunday stitch is this. Ah, who knows what it is? Who knows what it is? As Tristan would say. It's an elephant. So this one is also a kit that I got to make Tristan, who is my 2-year-old today, grandson. And so this is what I am making for his birth announcement, because of course I didn't do one for him either. So and baby girl is due in June. Oh. So this is going to be for Tristan, and obviously I'm on the elephant. So that is my Sunday stitch. And I do typically cross stitch every evening. Not every evening, on those particular evenings. I don't very often stitch during the day, which is weird because you'd think I would, because the light is better, because I tend to quilt during the day when I'm not running around after Tristan. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you this really funny story. So I love watching football, as I call it. Soccer, as North Americans call it. And I love watching football, and Tristan will come and sit and watch football with me too. And I'm teaching him all the, you know, Liverpool, Liverpool. But he also knows now that when the football's on, we have a cup of tea and a sit down. And that's exactly what he says. And he'll say, Nana, cup of tea, sit down. I'm like, yeah, good idea. So he actually doesn't have the tea, only I do. But he has like milk, and then I pretend to pour from my cup into his little cup, you know, so he thinks he's getting tea. But mind you, I mean, I actually used to drink tea when I'm like, I remember forever drinking tea. I remember my mom putting tea in my bottle. But hey, what can I tell you? Yeah, so he's really funny, Tristan. He just makes me giggle, and he pulls me when he wants me to go with him somewhere. He'll just like yank my sweater and start pulling me off into the pay cars. Anyway, he's just hilarious. So yeah, so this will be for Tristan, and this is the little elephant. It's really coming on nice. And I think this is this might be, oh, this is a 14 count antique white Swagar Ada. And of course it's a kit, so I'm just using whatever threads they're giving me. And the nice thing about the kits these days now too, is they actually all thread them for you. And this particular kit comes with the number and the symbol beside. So it's like, don't have to think, you know, you just, oh, I just need that color now. And you know, there you go. Years ago when I first started, you would get this heap of floss in a kit that you had to sort yourself out and count the number of skeins and strands and everything, and then put them together and write on the piece of cardboard they gave you, but not now. So anyway, that's all I have today for you. So like and subscribe. You can find me on Facebook as Tobyknits, and I'm also on Instagram as Tobyknits. I am trying to post a little bit more on those two. I forget a lot of the times, but I am trying to remember to post more. And yeah, so come back next Wednesday for another floss tube, or Friday if you're interested in some Quilty Fun. Okay, I'll see you then. Bye.